I used to panic. Every time I opened the news, I'd see things like AI is taking over, millions of jobs at risk, even tech workers aren't safe. Scroll, 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 doom, doom, doom. And one night I actually Googled, will I still have a job in 5 years? And that's how deep the fear got. And look, if you've done the same, if you're lying awake at night and wondering if ChatGPT is coming for you, you're not crazy. You're just paying attention. But here's the thing, I didn't understand this. I never understood this back then. There's a difference between a task being automated and a human being becoming irrelevant. And that's the difference. That's everything. Let me take you back a little bit. I had this friend, Marcus, a smart guy, data analyst. He worked for a mid-sized logistics firm. He was the guy who turned messy spreadsheets into clean dashboards and monthly reports. He wasn't flashy, he didn't brag, but he was very solid. You needed an answer, you asked Marcus. Then one day, the company brought in this AI tool. They said it could generate predictive models, clean data, build charts in a flash. They gave it a try. At first, Marcus' weekly reports they got assisted. Then the dashboards they got auto-generated. And before long, the boss was saying things like, we need you to focus more on strategy now, which sounds like a promotion, but really it meant we are not sure what to do with you anymore. And Marcus called me that week. He said, I don't even know what my job is now. And I felt that in my bones. Because in a way, he was saying what so many of us have been whispering. If AI can do what I do, then who am I at work? That conversation shook me. Not because I didn't expect it, but because it was real now. Someone I knew was being slowly replaced and not fired, just erased. And that got me digging. Not into the tech itself, though I already knew AI was advancing, but into the people who seemed safe, the people AI wasn't touching, the ones still thriving, even in AI heavy industries. And what I found wasn't what I expected at all. They weren't necessarily coders or PhDs. They weren't the most technical or the most senior, but they had something else. They were deeply fundamentally human in their work. Like I talked to this one woman named Tanya, if I remember correctly. She's a user experience researcher, and she told me my job is basically listening to people, watching how they behave, figuring out what they don't say. And you think AI can do that? Well, it can simulate empathy, but to feel it, not even close. Or another friend, Jabari, he's in sales and he builds long-term client relationship for a cybersecurity firm. People trust him. Why? Because he listens. He remembers your kid's name. He knows when not to talk about pricing. AI can't do that. AI cannot replicate that gut feeling. That's when I started making a list, not of job titles, but of traits, the stuff AI still sucks at. And it came down to this. Number one, jobs that require emotional intelligence. Therapists, coaches, social workers, conflict mediators, and even HR partners who really understand team dynamics. Well, AI can analyze sentiment, but it can't read a room. It doesn't notice when someone flinches at feedback or lights up at encouragement. And number two, jobs that require trust. This one surprised me. Financial advisors, teachers, nurses, lawyers. These roles involve knowledge, and sure, but also something more, accountability. We trust people to hold our hand when things are uncertain. We don't want a chatbot explaining our cancer diagnosis, right? Three, jobs that involve complex human coordination. Think event planners, product managers, crisis response teams. While AI can help, yes, but when things go off script, you want a human who can adapt, lead, improvise. Number four, jobs that involve test, writers, designers, brand strategists, chefs. You can feed AI data, but style, The nuance, the timing, that's human. Well, at least for now. Number five, jobs that involve saying no. This one is really underrated. Leaders, editors, strategists, people who can look at 100 ideas and kill 99% of them with grace. AI can generate, but humans curate. Now, maybe you're wondering, okay, but is my job safe? Well, here's the truth that no one really likes to say out loud. No job is safe in the traditional sense anymore. Not because AI will take them all, but because the nature of work is shifting too fast to guarantee anything. So we have to stop asking, what job is safe from AI? And start asking, what part of me is safe from AI? Because if you build your career around tasks, those can be automated, yes. But if you build your career around value, how you think, how you connect and decide, well, you become a partner, not a placeholder. So now people ask me what jobs are safe. And I tell them safe isn't a title, safe is a skill set, safe is adaptability, safe is the ability to translate technology into something useful. Chef is showing up in ways a machine can't. So if you're watching this, wondering, so if you're watching this and you're wondering what to do next, here's what I would ask you to do. List the parts of your job that are uniquely human, not the stuff in your job description, no, but the stuff people would miss if you were gone. Double down on that. Build stories around that. Put it in your portfolio. Talk about it in interviews. Then get curious. Learn how AI works in your field, not to fight it, no, but to integrate with it. Because the people who are safest from AI are the ones ignoring it. They are the ones using it to amplify what only they can do. And if I could go back to that version of me, the one panicking in the middle of the night, refreshing job boards, doom scrolling Twitter, I would say this: breathe. You are not a robot. You're not supposed to compete with a robot. You bring something entirely different to the table. And yes, this shift is big, it is massive, but it's also full of possibilities because AI doesn't end humanity, it ends the boring parts of work, the repetitive, the robotic, and it creates space, real space, for us to do the things that we are actually good at. In the next 5 years, they will reward people who can think like humans while dancing with machines. So stop asking what's safe and start asking what makes me irreplaceable. Then build a career around that. You've got